This is the Pro Football Report presented by BCWSA, a weekly recap of your Eagles and news around the NFL. Broadcasting live from Chickies and Pete's. Tonight's show is brought to you by Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Chickies and Pete's, Allstate Fairless Hills Tom LaCroix, and Penworth Financial Services, Penn Community Bank, Capital Grill, Ventresca's LTD, Independence Blue Cross, and SEPTA. We now go live to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Eagles insider Dave Spadaro and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. It is great to be with you. We are at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern, Pennsylvania. What makes an insider? I mean, I'm inside the building during the week, but you are called an insider.
An insider is somebody who's there all the time.
Do you sleep there?
I have been there very late at night, Merrill. In
Okay.
fact, I have slept in the NovaCare complex.
Have you really?
I've slept on the floor. I've slept often during the day in my chair in my office. And, those naps are really magical, Merrill.
They are.
But it's being given privy. We are privy to very personal and intimate information.
Wow.
And we are trusted to do the right things with that information.
Okay.
How's that?
That's a big job, big responsibility.
It's my 28th season, Merrill.
I mean, you could probably work in the Pentagon.
I would love to work in the Pentagon. I think that'd be thrilling.
Secret clearance and everything else because of your background.
I have a lot of secret clearance.
That's great.
How many years for you now, Merrill?
Only 48.
That's all. You started when you were 14.
I started when I was 12.
It
was either that or deliver newspapers. Anyhow, we are here at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. We will be joined in due time by Garry Cobb, the former Eagles linebacker and radio and television personality, and it's great to be here. And Dave pointed out something to me just a little while ago. A lot of people are concerned about the Eagles. Do you know right now, right at this moment, the Eagles are the hottest team in the NFC East.
That's right. We are the Philadelphia Eagles are the only team
that won
this past weekend. The only team in the upward trajectory. A division, Merrill, that I'm not quite sure I have a handle on quite yet. I thought going into last weekend that this division was on the rise, that the Giants had played a good game against the Cowboys, showed some promise. Seattle, they played well. They played well against Cleveland early in the season. Washington, certainly with Jaden Daniels on the rise. The Cowboys, after their win over Seattle. And then the Cowboys.
How about after their win over Pittsburgh?
Correct, right. So back-to-back wins on the road. And then they came out this week. The Cowboys got waffled by Detroit. Washington played a tough game against Baltimore.
Yeah.
Lost the game, and then lost their best defensive player, Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle. And then the Giants just couldn't score against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Amazing. So it's up in the air.
It's up in the air. And are the Eagles the best team in the division? Do we know that yet, Merrill?
I don't think we can say that. I mean, we could hope that they are, but I think going into the season, if you look at all the preseason magazines and you hear all the predictions, most people said the Eagles, the Cowboys, and then pick it between the Giants and Washington. But I think right now you would have to say, to be completely honest, that Washington has played better than anybody else.
Do we know what the Philadelphia Eagles are yet, Merrill?
No. Well, we know what they are at the moment, but I keep saying it's early. I throw out the September games because you don't play regulars during the preseason, and that's why it's so crazy around the league to see who's up. But I still feel, first of all, Jalen Hurts had an excellent game the other day. He had a quarterback rating of over 126. He threw 2 touchdown passes. He was accurate. He was decisive. Ball came out of his hand quickly.
No turnovers.
No turnovers. So that's a very promising sign. I think they have the best tandem, the best pair of wide receivers in the NFL.
I think A.J. and Devontae are great receivers. There are some other good tandems out there. The Jets just up their tandem today with Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson. Seattle has a great pair. The Vikings have a very nice pair with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. The Packers have some good young receivers, but certainly A.J. and Devontae
are right up there.
And they are what fuel the big plays in this passing game.
The other thing is the Eagles have a great running back.
Have a great running back, have a very, 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 very good offensive line when it's whole. We'll get into that as we look at this New York Giants game on Sunday and how the Eagles stack up. But with all of that, Merrill, the Eagles have not been able to put together the offense. They are averaging 21 points a game. They scored 34 in the open. Then they scored an average of 17 points without A.J. Brown in the next 3 games. And then on Sunday, they scored 20 points. What is missing from putting points on the board with this Philadelphia Eagles offense?
I don't know. Well, they could have had points on the board in several situations this year. And and I'm not blaming the head coach, but I'm saying in several situations this year, they could have had field goals where they were down and it would have been a chip shot field goal. And Nick took a chance and went for 4th down and 4 or 4th down and 6. So they could have been on the board.
But he's done that in the past, and they've executed those plays. And this year, they have not executed. Let's try to figure out what's missing, Merrill. Is it just they haven't come together yet? They haven't had their pieces in place? It's been...
I honestly believe that they haven't come together yet. And I honestly believe that they are going to break out of it soon and have a very prolific offense.
I think the key is, look, for those who don't know, in the NFL... And in the past, the Eagles have had great success scoring early in games. This year, they are 0 points in the first quarter. What's interesting is after that, they are ranked, I think, in the top 5, if not second, in estimated or expected points per possession. Mm-hmm. So after that first quarter, they've moved the ball really well and have scored points.
Yeah, that can't continue. That can't continue.
I agree. So what is it? A mentality? Is it a preparation?
Maybe it's a play here and a play there and a big play by the opposition. For example, this week they went quickly to Saquon Barkley, and even though Cleveland's not a great team, they did a very good job with Jim Schwartz scheming against Saquon Barkley.
I agree they schemed against him. I agree.
They did.
And they took him out of the game. And then they went to Saquon on first down, and then they threw the ball on second and third down, and the plays failed.
And then the passing plays didn't work. Jalen was 0 for 5, but then proceeded to complete 16 of his next 20 balls.
Merrill, I believe that in order for the Eagles to be a Super Bowl contending team, Jalen Hurts has to play at a superstar level. Now, he is not playing at a superstar level, you would agree, correct?
Well, I don't think anybody has at this point. Right. I think he is capable of it.
Yes, I'm just saying. So what do we need to do here looking at this offense? How do the Eagles get this offense and Jalen to a superstar level? Clearly, cut down on the giveaways. How about getting his running game back to where we thought it would be?
Well, but teams are more prepared. That's why when I see what Jaden Daniels is doing in Washington, and he's been great, I say it's like a baseball pitcher, a rookie. Wait till he goes around the league a little bit. Wait till teams have enough tape on Jaden Daniels to be able to look for certain keys, and they will be able to slow him down. Knowledge means a lot in this game, and being prepared. Right now, he is shocking a lot of people. And I think right now, Jalen Hurts is comfortable, getting better. And you know, how many years now has Jalen Hurts played for different offensive coordinators?
Yeah. I mean, the only time in his career dating back to high school that he's had coordinators, play callers in back-to-back seasons, 2021 into 2022. And in 2022, of course, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl.
Shane Steichen.
Jalen was a finalist for the MVP, and he had a great year. Since then, Brian Johnson last year, Kellen Moore this year. It is very difficult to learn an offense year after year after year. And I think that Jalen's just not very much comfortable in this offense yet.
Maybe.
I don't think they've found their sweet spot in the offense.
Although I think he was a lot more comfortable this week with his 2 great receivers back with him.
No doubt. And the ability of A.J. Brown, the ability of Devontae Smith to open up the offense, to threaten deep, to beat one-on-one coverage. To me, that's how this offense needs to be structured. Go through the passing game to set up the run game. I know that everybody wants to run the football with Saquon, but in the NFL, you score points with big plays, and the big plays are going to come through those two wide receivers.
How about the play to Devontae Smith where he was so wide open on that right sideline, they called it a mesh play with Jack Stoll involved in setting it up. But that play was brilliant.
Same as the play in New Orleans when Dallas Goedert came open, just went to the other side. And it's really just a shallow cross, and then a receiver comes and disrupts the man-to-man coverage. Not a direct block. You're not allowed to block that cover man. But if you can disrupt him by 1/2 of a step, Devontae creates the space. Jalen hits him in stride. He turns up the field. Nobody in front of him. A game-turning touchdown, really, Merrill. That was the play that I thought, hey, this is where the Eagles are going to blow this thing open.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go that way, but it was a big
but
play.
Still they came back with another big play that some people thought was almost foolish and ill-advised with under 2 minutes to go downtown like they did to A.J. Brown. But A.J. Brown, they talk about in football, they talk about the 50-50 play. With A.J. Brown, it's not a 50-50 play. You put it up there, and it's almost like a 90-10 play. That's what a ball hawk he is going after it.
All right, Merrill, so we've seen A.J. Brown with the Eagles in 2022, 2023, 5 games into 2024. In the history, in your 48-year history of the Philadelphia Eagles, we've had Harold, we've had Mike Quick, we've had Terrell Owens, we've had Deshaun Jackson, we've had Jeremy Maclin, we've had Alshon Jeffrey. Would you put A.J. Brown up in the category with those players?
Yes. I think I put Devontae Smith in that category too. In a different way. He's got that quickness. Devontae Smith has the greatest body control I have ever seen. You put him near a sideline, and he gets those two toes in while leaning at almost a 90-degree angle. He's amazing.
If you were picking a Merrill Reese all-time Eagles team, who would I'll give you 3 wide receivers.
Mike Quick.
Of course.
No, here's what I will say. That the combination of Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown is the greatest pair of wide receivers that the Eagles have ever had.
Go back
and
to
some people will say Harold and Mike.
Don't dodge the question.
But you can't do that. Okay.
Who would you go? Would you go with Mike Quick, Harold, Hall of Famer?
I can't answer that question. I really can't because they were all great.
But I would go Harold. I would go not 1, 2, 3. I would go Mike, Harold, and AJ. Terrell Owens wasn't here long enough,
and he was a distraction.
And there's really nobody else who's in that when you really think about this. And that's only 3
years.
Well,
I still say that Deshaun Jackson was the greatest tracker of a football I have ever seen.
How about Irving Fryer? The years that he had in the 90s?
Very good.
Very good.
Very, very good. Sure.
But is AJ a step above?
I think so.
I think AJ is one of the best 5 receivers in the NFL right now.
I think he is.
And nobody
we talked about that. He is.
And nobody really mentions that AJ Brown is the star big play maker in this Eagles offense. And the more that Kellen Moore can scheme to get the football to AJ Brown, the better off this offense will be.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kellen Moore is going to do that too, because I think Kellen Moore is a very bright young coach, and he's feeling his way through this thing with his players.
Merrill, the Eagles are 3-2, New York Giants ahead. I know we're going to talk about that in depth with Garry Cobb, but where do you see this football team in terms of out of the bye week, injuries ahead? Injuries are certainly a concern. As you think about it very early with the Giants, what are you looking at?
Well, I'm looking at a Giants team that I've watched quite a bit this season, and I think they're better. And I think they have a very good coach in Brian Daboll who knows how to use them. However, I think the Giants are playing with fire right now because they have a quarterback who I always liked. I liked him back in his days at Duke, and Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is running the football so much. He is running the ball so much and throwing his body around, and he has an injury history where it's either his neck or his back or a concussion. And he's throwing. I don't know how much longer he can stay on the field if he plays that kind of reckless football.
Well, Tommy McDonald, Bill Wardell puts out on the napkin. I think that Merrill is post Tommy McDonald. I'm talking about in the history of Merrill Reese with the Philadelphia Eagles. Tommy McDonald prior.
Well,
to your time.
that was. If there is, it's tough to be prior to me, but I was not doing the games.
That's right.
Back in 1960. That was Bill Campbell.
Yeah, that's right.
And Tommy McDonald was a wonderful, wonderful receiver. But again, you're talking about the modern day Eagles receivers, and I think the ones that you mentioned, Harold, Mike, Deshaun Jackson, and these two, they're unbelievable. They're unbelievable.
I agree with you, and let's build this. We've got 45 minutes here to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants. Garry Cobb will be joining us here in a moment. I'm ready to go. I'm just warming up. I'm fired up. We're out of the bye week. We've got 12 weeks of football to go in the regular season. We got to figure out how to get this Philadelphia Eagles football team on track under the direction of the calm, cool, collected head coach Nick Sirianni.
I think they took a big step this week. I really do. And I think Nick explained it the other day where he thinks that his energy has to be redirected. I don't think you're going to see Nick look at the crowd anymore. I think he will finish a game and go directly into the tunnel and go directly to the coach's locker room. I don't think you're going to see that anymore. But the truth of the matter is it's no big deal. It's made to be a big deal, but it's really not. That doesn't win or lose football games. And I think that this team turned a corner. In fact, I was talking to our good friend Garry Cobb. Of course, Gary's our good friend, but Seth Joyner today, and Mike likes to tease Seth. And he calls him Debbie Downer.
Yes.
Debbie Downer, and because Seth is so critical. And Seth said to me, I saw a lot of positives in this game. This was a very important win for this team. He was sincere. And if he was going to pick it apart, Seth would do that. But he found, let's talk about that. When we come back, I'll tell you some of Seth's positives, which I think you're going to agree are really indeed positives, okay? Merrill Reese, Dave Spadaro, Garry Cobb on his way, and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles, celebrating football season with special new menu items. The Kelsey Combo, created by number 62 himself, a handcrafted barbecue burger, world-famous crab fries, and an ice-cold garage beer. Our incredible jumbo soft pretzel, Chicky style, with a heaping skillet of our own in-house crab dip, and our delectable sweet heat wings, where a portion of the proceeds go to the A.J. Brown Foundation. Participating locations for a limited time. Chickies and Pete's.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Planning to go to the game? Give LimoToday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let LimoToday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with LimoToday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let LimoToday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO-TODAY.
Hi, this is Merrill Reese, and I'm here to announce that the garage is always open. I'm talking about garage beer. Light beer, like it used to be. How refreshing. I believe my good friend Jason Kelsey even described garage beer as beer-flavored beer. There's a guy who knows beer. Find yours at drinkgaragebeer.com. Remember, the garage is always open.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
When an Eagles player gets hurt, the team takes care of him. When you get hurt, the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio will take care of you. They understand that a severe accident can be a life-altering event. You need a reliable teammate to fight for you. The attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio will get you great results. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Contact them today at 215-750-0111 for a free consultation. 215-750-0110. That's on your side.
It's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles. Our new menu includes our boneless wing special every Monday. Buy a single order of our mouth-watering boneless wings and get a snack order of boneless wings free. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, it's buy one, get one free snows. Buy any number of delectable snow crab legs and get the same amount free. Plus the Kelsey combo, tasty buffalo fried shrimp, seafood pasta in our famous Sicilian or red sauce. Participating locations for a limited time. Chickies and Pete's.
At Penn Community Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors. That comes in handy when you're purchasing your first place, refinancing an existing mortgage, buying a second home or investment property, or looking to tap into your home's equity. Whatever your situation, we pair the latest products, services, and technology that you need with the experienced banking professionals you want. Visit penncommunitybank.com or stop by your local branch to find out how we can make your family's growth personal. Penn Community Bank. Here we are and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Merrill Reese, and I'm here to announce that the garage is always open. I'm talking about garage beer. Light beer, like it used to be. How refreshing. I believe my good friend Jason Kelsey even described garage beer as beer-flavored beer. There's a guy who knows beer. Find yours at drinkgaragebeer.com. Remember, the garage is always open.
Planning to go to the game? Give limotoday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let limotoday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with limotoday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let limotoday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO-TODAY.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles. Make a selection from our seasonal food menu, then unwind with one of our sensational cocktails. The South Philly Sizzle, made with Bird Gang Habanero Tequila. Stateside Pumpkin Pie featuring stateside vodka, rum chata, and pumpkin puree. Delicious fiery sangria, tasty spiced apple punch, or the Campfire Mule at participating locations for a limited time. The official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles, Chickies and Pete's.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
At Penn Community Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors. That comes in handy when you're purchasing your first place, refinancing an existing mortgage, buying a second home or investment property, or looking to tap into your home's equity. Whatever your situation, we pair the latest products, services, and technology that you need with the experienced banking professionals you want. Visit penncommunitybank.com or stop by your local branch to find out how we can make your family's growth personal. Penn Community Bank. Here we are and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Merrill Reese, and I'm here to announce that the garage is always open. I'm talking about garage beer. Light beer, like it used to be. How refreshing. I believe my good friend Jason Kelsey even described garage beer as beer-flavored beer. There's a guy who knows beer. Find yours at drinkgaragebeer.com. Remember, the garage is always open.
Planning to go to the game? Give limotoday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let limotoday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with limotoday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let limotoday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO today.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
If you recognize my voice, you know about my music. What you may not know is since I founded it in 1992, the Elton John AIDS Foundation has reached over 100 million people. We've saved over 5 million lives. We've helped combat LGBTQ plus stigma and fought for civil rights. We need you to help end the AIDS epidemic once and for all. Learn about how you can help at eltonjohnaidesfoundation.org. And follow us at EJAF on Instagram to see our very latest accomplishments through the Rocket Fund.
The aging of over 77 million baby boomers is sending a silver tsunami over all aspects of life. Adult children work full-time, are busy with their own lives, or no longer live near their parents. At Bucks County Elder Law, we recognize this paradigm shift. These changes did not happen overnight, but they did happen. We anticipated and embraced this change by including life care advocates to work alongside our legal team. Our life care advocates are not lawyers, but they're knowledgeable in the practical aspects of long-term care, whether at home or in a facility. They help us provide an integrated approach to your legal, financial, and long-term care concerns. We invite you to meet our life care advocates by calling us today at 215-493-0727 and scheduling a free initial consultation. And also join us each Tuesday at 9 a.m. for Senior Legal Strategies right here on WBCB.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles. Our new menu includes our boneless wing special every Monday. Buy a single order of our mouth-watering boneless wings and get a snack order of boneless wings free. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, it's buy one, get one free snows. Buy any number of delectable snow crab legs and get the same amount free. Plus the Kelsey combo, tasty buffalo fried shrimp, seafood pasta in our famous Sicilian or red sauce. Participating locations for a limited time. Chickies and Pete's.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Eagles insider Dave Spadaro and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are here at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. We're waiting for Garry Cobb. It's taking him longer to come from Center City, Philadelphia to Malvern than it did when the Eagles traded him and got him from Detroit to Philadelphia.
Merrill, it's time now to do something that is really important.
Okay.
It's time now for this week's injury review, brought to you by the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio.
Oh,
man, God darn it. Gosh darn it.
It's Begley, Carlin, and Mandio. From now on, you just say Begley, Carlin, and I'll say Mandio.
I've got to get this.
Okay, do it right.
I want to get better.
Okay.
Merrill, it's time for a really important part of the show.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's time now for this week's injury review, brought to you by the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio.
Good.
Contact them today for a free consultation at 215-806-3689. That's 215-806-3689. Begley, Carlin, and Mandio. All right, Merrill, so there are some injury concerns for the Philadelphia Eagles.
There are.
The Eagles will not have Jordan Mailata this week.
That's a big loss.
Could be several weeks. We don't know. I know on the radio today he said he would miss 2 games.
He said about 2 games.
That is a very significant injury for a left tackle, a 6'8", 360-plus pound left tackle. So the options the Eagles have, you can move Fred Johnson to left tackle.
Which they did.
They did. Or you can move Mekhi Becton from right guard to left tackle and then put Tyler Steen in at right guard. Or you can have Jack Driscoll, who's got guard experience at the left tackle position. I think the easiest thing to do is Fred Johnson.
I do, if that works. And, he's done well when he's played.
It's different, though, coming in the middle of a game versus a week of preparation. So I believe the Eagles will keep that largely a secret this week. We will certainly have
for competitive reasons.
Right.
That's a favorite statement of Nick's.
The other considerable injury on offense, another hamstring. Tight end Dallas Goedert went out of the game, 3rd play of the game on Sunday, did not return. No update with Dallas Goedert, but if he is not able to play on Sunday, Merrill, that would be a big loss.
It would be, but they're lucky that they have Grant Calcaterra, who is a gifted receiver, guy who had a lot of concussions at Oklahoma, gave up football for a year, came back and played tight end at SMU, and was drafted into the National Football League.
Very good catch and run player. They would have Jack Stoll as their blocking tight end. I don't believe that Grant is nearly the inline blocker that Jack Stoll is. So you would have Jack doing the blocking, Grant doing the pass receiving.
And I guess they could bring up E.J. Jenkins.
E.J. Jenkins can be brought up. There are options here at the tight end position. And then on defense, Darius Slay left the game against the Cleveland Browns with a knee injury. The reports out there are that it is a day-to-day injury.
Okay.
So that is encouraging. I know the Giants don't have the game breakers, but they've got a nice young rookie by the name of Malik Neighbors, who's missed 2 weeks with a concussion and is a fine-looking, young, talented kid who's helped transform that offense.
He might be as good as a rookie named Odell Beckham was for the Giants when he first came on the scene.
Yeah, and so we'll see if he is able to play. The Giants have injuries themselves. Andrew Thomas, their left tackle, had an MRI yesterday. No word on what is the injury situation with Andrew Thomas. And then they've also got the injury with Malik Neighbors, so that is a concern as well. We are now joined by former Philadelphia Eagle, former Detroit Lion.
And former Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah, we don't like to say that in public. A man who's been a large presence in the Philadelphia community media centers for many years. He also works with the NFL. He's my co-host as well on Fox's Game Day Live.
Wow.
The great Garry G. Cobb. Welcome, former Eagles linebacker. How are
you doing? Good,
Eagles
good.
legend.
Great to have you here.
Great to be here.
You know, I talked to a lot of people during the week, and I talked to Seth Joyner today, who we love Seth. Mike calls him Debbie Downer because, you know, Seth. But Seth was very positive about this game.
Okay.
He was very positive. He said he thought the Eagles took a big step forward. What did Garry Cobb think?
Well, I saw a lot of pluses. I mean, I really was really impressed with Cooper DeJean getting in there and the job he did. Tackling, you can see size-wise, he fits today's game where you got that nickel who's got to be able to play the run and he's got to be able to cover. He's willing to tackle people. You can see he's
also very good on the blitz. Timed up the blitz really well.
Yeah, he really seemed like he has got a good feel for the game. And, you know, you got to be able to do that. You got to be willing to go in and mix it up if you're going to play nickel because they're going to run the ball at you sometime, and you're going to have to make tackles. You got some big people you got to go in and deal with. You got to deal with tight ends sometime. So I thought I was very impressed with the way he played.
Yeah, and the other guy they drafted, number 1, Quinyon Mitchell, continues to impress.
You know, he's really got the type of attitude that you want to see because, you know, you're out there one-on-one with some of the best athletes
he's not
in the
afraid.
game. And he's not afraid of it. He doesn't panic when the ball's on the way. You see he'll look at a guy's eyes and be able to put his hands up at the right time, knock the ball down. A lot of times when you're talking about young players, you know, they're going to panic, most of them. He's ahead of his years because he doesn't panic. He just seems like he's really cool under fire, which is something, you know, that teams right away, they see a rookie out there, they're going at him, you know. And he hasn't really backed down, and he's been out there with some of the best, you know, wide receivers in the game and being able to deal with them one-on-one. And that says a lot because believe me, I've been in the huddles. You look over there and you see the rookie going, oh, man, this kid, you know.
Yeah.
You want to tell him you need to go check his pants because you don't know how scared he is, you know. But he's really been able to deal with the fire, and it's going to be good for the Eagles all the way through the season because now you got a guy out there that seems like he's ready for it.
And other positives, Garry, the Eagles didn't turn the football over, and I know that's a small step for mankind, but a large step for the Philadelphia Eagles who had turned the ball over in 9 straight games. Can they build from that performance?
Well, I hope so. And I can tell you that, you know, having A.J. Brown back, you know, having Devontae back out there, that was a big plus, you know, those guys. And Jalen, you know, he played well. You know, I thought he was cool under fire.
Decisive,
and he's putting the ball on the money, which, you know, he made some really good throws. And it's a step in the right direction for the whole team, really. And, of course, you know, you got your one of your left tackle out of there now. Somebody's going to have to step in. So that's part of the game. You have those challenges, man.
Garry, I wonder as a player, you know, the talk all week was that, this is going to be a cakewalk for the Eagles. They are playing the Cleveland Browns, That is a dead football team. And the fans came into the building on Sunday expecting a blowout.
Yeah.
Do players allow that kind of pregame talk to seep into their minds at all?
Well, some do, at times. You try to fight it. It's kind of thing where you don't want to start listening to that type of talk because you got pros over there. And that if you do come into the game and you're really not ready to play, then halftime hey, you know what? I'm not with it. And that's a bad feeling. And I think the whole team can see at times that, when you make that mistake. I really didn't think they did that. I think that especially with the fact that they had guys missing, coming back and everything, I think they were a little rusty because the guys haven't played together for a while. I think, AJ made a good point of saying that he's kind of got to get back into the flow because 3 games off, and you can get rusty a little bit. But
yeah, well, he didn't seem to have a lot of rust.
No, I think that, just getting the ball to him early, he said.
Yeah.
But, he's just the guy's athlete. I mean, to see a guy that big and strong and everything come out as a wide receiver is just real shaky. I know that the cornerback got to look up and go, man, what is this dude doing out here until he starts running,
Gary, going into the season, if people were to have question marks, one of them would have surrounded the linebacking. You were an all-pro NFL linebacker. Assess what you see in that department.
Well, I think that, they're getting used to it. I think that they have had some good games, and there's been times when, they've been, missing some tackles. All over, I would say that I'd have to give them maybe a C+. Especially you're talking about,
Nakobe.
Nakobe, he struggled at times.
He's having trouble in space.
Yeah, in space. And it's not easy because you're out there with those running backs a lot of times. You got to deal with running back in space or a wide receiver. And it's not the easiest thing to make the tackle. But the big thing you got to do is you can't be trying to kill guys. You're going to try to grab some jersey. And if you do that, you slow the guy up. You get other help to come there and make the tackle. But you can't be trying to, get that knockout shot on a running back and out there in open field. You're going to end up missing him.
I feel like Zach Bond's been way better than anybody expected. Do you feel the same way?
I'm really surprised at how good an athlete he is. The guy can run. He's able to run. And the thing is, he is a good tackler. He tackles up. He's not shooting down at the guy's legs. And if you grab some jersey and you get a hold of the guy, you're going to make the tackle because other people are going to come there and help you. So when you try to take that shot at his legs, like some of the guys have been doing, and you miss the guy, you're not going to make that tackle.
And in the wake of last week's decision to let Devin White go, your backups are now Oren Burks, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Ben Van Sumeren, who I actually think will someday be a very fine linebacker. Not a lot of experience in that group.
That's true. Well, it's going to be tough if one of them has to play. They're going to have to do it in a big game against a good team, being isolated out there with some good athletes. So it's going to be exciting for them. It's exciting for everybody else. Hopefully they go in and do the job. But that's a challenge. That's tough. That's why I was kind of surprised that they let him go.
I wasn't surprised at all. Didn't fit the bill here. Doesn't play special teams.
Yeah, now that's true too. With the special teams,
really
I'm going
much. Yeah,
you got to get in there and play. Then if you're not starting, you got to play, or really just taking up space. If you're a linebacker and you're not playing special teams and you're not starting, you're taking up space.
Gary, what do you make of the Eagles' offense and the slow starts, and how does this team fix 0 points in 5 first quarters? With, by the way, 9, I think they've got 9 first downs in those 5 first quarters.
It's just amazing. I don't know. You'd have to talk to them and get in their head. Why? Because you got experienced guys. It's not like you have guys that haven't played. I did like the fact that they started giving the ball to Saquon early in this last game.
Yeah, but they were ready for him.
Yeah, they
Schwartz
were.
schemed against him.
Now, they did a good job. I will say that, and that's the shame of it. But I think that Saquon is such a key part of the team that when you get him going, you're going to be able to really exploit everybody else too.
Okay, Garry Cobb is our guest. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles. Make a selection from our seasonal food menu, then unwind with one of our sensational cocktails. The South Philly Sizzle, made with Bird Gang Habanero Tequila. Stateside Pumpkin Pie featuring stateside vodka, rum chata, and pumpkin puree. Delicious fiery sangria, tasty spiced apple punch, or the Campfire Mule. At participating locations for a limited time, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles, Chickies and Pete's.
This is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
At Penn Community Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors. That comes in handy when you're purchasing your first place, refinancing an existing mortgage, buying a second home or investment property, or looking to tap into your home's equity. Whatever your situation, we pair the latest products, services, and technology that you need with the experienced banking professionals you want. Visit penncommunitybank.com or stop by your local branch to find out how we can make your family's growth personal. Penn Community Bank. Here we are and here we grow. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is and I'm here to announce that the garage is always open. I'm talking about garage beer. Light beer, like it used to be. How refreshing. I believe my good friend Jason Kelsey even described garage beer as beer-flavored beer. There's a guy who knows beer. Find yours at drinkgaragebeer.com. Remember, the garage is always open. Planning to go to the game? Give limotoday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let limotoday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with limotoday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let limotoday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO today.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Eagles insider Dave Spadaro and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. Merrill Reese, Dave Spadaro.
The Hall of Famer Merrill Reese.
And Garry Cobb.
Let's refer to Merrill Reese as the Pro Football Hall of Famer Merrill Reese.
Thank you very much.
Gary, don't you feel honored that we're
No.
I'm amazed.
Okay, I'm amazed too. Believe me, I am more surprised than either of you. It is now time for this week's Penworth Financial Keys to the Game. The key to your financial future is Penworth Financial. Call them today at 267-997-4503 or visit penworth.com. We will each give one key to the game. We'll give you 3 of them. Dave, you lead off.
How about if Gary leads off?
All right, Gary,
you
lead off.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you talking about the
keys to the game? Keys to beating the Giants.
Well,
one key, Gary. Don't take our keys.
Okay. I'll say the key to the game is them getting that running game going. I think if they get the running game going, that's going to take pressure off of the offensive line because you're going to be going with a starter, somebody that's a backup. So if you want to take that pressure off of them, if you get the running game going, then that's going to make it easier for them to pass block.
Okay. I'm going to say put heat on Daniel Jones from the very beginning because if he has time, he's going to find that rookie Malik Neighbors open, and he scares me the way that Odell Beckham used to scare me when they played the Giants in his early years.
Yeah.
So heat on Daniel Jones.
So my key is similar to yours, Merrill, but a little bit more nuanced. What worries me the most about Daniel Jones is his mobility. In his career against the Eagles, he's averaged more than 8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
He scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
They run a lot of designed quarterback runs.
They
and
do.
so the Eagles and Vic Fangio, and I asked him the question today at his press conference about the challenges that Daniel Jones, Giants quarterback, brings to the table, and he talked about the mobility. So the Eagles have to find a way, and they've been hurt again by Daniel Jones in the run game. How do you slow down Daniel Jones with the quarterback draws, with the run-pass options, with the zone reads, and not let him win with his legs? And then you make him win from the pocket and you put pressure on him.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Although, and I said this to Dave earlier, Daniel Jones rarely finishes a season. I mean, he's had neck injuries. He's had ACLs.
I always like Daniel Jones, though.
I like him, too.
Yeah,
I like him, too, but he's got to stay upright.
Their offensive line has always been so bad, and it's still not healthy. But if the Eagles can get a win at the line of scrimmage, I think we're all saying the same thing here, guys. Run game is winning the line of scrimmage. Defense, you got to win the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles have not done that consistently this year.
You know, they have 2 running backs who they should be concerned about. One is Devin Singletary, who I think was a Buffalo Bill at one point.
Yes.
And the other is a rookie from Purdue by the name of Tyrone Tracy. Used to be a wide receiver, came to Purdue. I think he played about 6 years of college football, and he is lightning.
Yeah, you say he's a former wide receiver, so you know he's got speed.
Yeah. I have not paid that much attention yet to the New York Giants. I've only seen them in bits and pieces. I've seen the defense on Sunday night. The defense put on a show against the Cincinnati Bengals. That pass rush is really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
So whatever the Eagles do at left tackle, they've got to make sure they win on the edges.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. That's why I really would love to see them, if they're able to get the running game going. Because if they just start throwing the ball, we do not want any drama.
I think it's going to be another ugly Eagles-Giants kind of game. I mean, I know Eagles fans are clamoring. We all are clamoring for the Eagles to win a game and play great football.
Yeah.
60 minutes and just blow a team out. I just don't know if I feel that for this game.
You know, I saw the Jets last night. They narrowly lost to the Bills.
Yeah.
But I saw Aaron Rodgers come out, and he was chucking that football from the moment he got on the field, and it was boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I mean, you've won an energetic offense between Aaron Rodgers and over there in Buffalo, Josh Allen. I don't know who had more energy.
Yeah, well, Aaron has been under the heat, because a lot of people are expecting a lot, and they kind of disappointed in some ways. So I know he wanted to go out and really show everybody he's still, quote unquote, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, he's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams now. So they've got some pieces.
I'd like to see them use Johan Dotson some more. He was a very effective wide receiver.
He did come through that. He made some good plays.
He did. He took one on a jet sweep.
That's right.
And he took another on the sideline for a first down.
With a great little toe drag swag there. It was a really nice catch.
He's good, Dave. He's really good, and he's fast.
Well, get him involved.
Well, you tell them. No one asked me.
Let's circle back to the beginning of the show. That's what the Eagles Insider does, Merrill. The Eagles Insider takes what Merrill Reese says and goes back to the coaching staff and says, Merrill wants Jahan Dotson more involved in the offense.
That's right.
Is that so?
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
So we'll
they say Merrill who and ignore it.
Hall of Famer Merrill Reese.
Right. Okay, right now, if Chris will hand me a pen for a moment so that I can take in our picks for this week's games. All right, Thursday night, guys, Bo Nix and Denver at New Orleans. Dave.
I will take New Orleans.
Okay. Gary.
I'm going to go with Denver.
You're going to go with Denver. Okay. Bo Nix is another guy who's played about 12 years of college football.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Both between Auburn and Oregon before coming
Merrill, I
to
see
the
you went
NFL.
with New Orleans there.
I did go with New Orleans.
All right.
Okay. The London game. Jacksonville there for the second straight week. If Jacksonville loses, they are leaving Doug in London.
Yeah.
He has to pay his own way home.
So you got Jacksonville versus.
and New England.
I'll go Jacksonville.
Yeah,
they,
I'm going
they can't
Jacksonville.
lose that
Yeah,
game.
I'm going Jacksonville.
I'm going
yeah.
Jacksonville too, although
Yeah.
it'll be Drake May quarterbacking the Patriots.
Even more Jacksonville.
Okay. Carolina at Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Washington. Have you seen Jaden Daniels?
Jake Daniels?
Jaden
Yes,
Daniels. of
Oh, yeah.
Washington
Yeah,
State. He's special.
That kid's amazing.
He is amazing.
Both he and Caleb Williams they've done very, very
Yeah.
well.
They have. And so has Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix has
They
done well.
all have. And I think the guy who's going to do really well someday is
I know, Michael Penix.
Michael Penix, who's on the Atlanta bench.
Okay.
All
yeah.
right.
That's
his
this
guy,
year's
huh?
Bobby Hoying.
That's
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
Houston at Green Bay.
I'm going to go Green Bay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go Green Bay, too.
I think they might be the best team in the NFC right now.
I am picking C.J. Stroud and the
Yeah.
Texans.
Okay.
Okay. Here is a very, very interesting game.
Okay.
Detroit, who has to be so shocked over the horrible loss of Aiden
Oh,
Hutchinson
boy, that was-
at Minnesota.
I'm going to go off the bye week. I'm going to go Minnesota here.
Okay.
Because not only did Detroit lose Hutchinson, they
Yeah.
lost another defensive tackle
Yeah.
for the season. So I'm going to go Minnesota.
That's tough. I'm going to go ahead and go with Detroit, though. I'm going with Detroit.
Well, you played for Detroit.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's right.
though.
It got nothing to
But
do with it.
I'm going with Detroit, too, because I think Dan Campbell is one tough coach, and I think the Vikings are about to lose for the first time this season.
Okay.
I'm on the fence.
All right, here's another good one. The Jets at Pittsburgh.
I will go with the Steelers in that game.
Wow.
I'm all home field right now. I'm all home field.
Okay, Gary.
I'll go ahead and go with the Steelers as well. Yeah, because
You're going with Pittsburgh.
yeah, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Okay, guys. I want to tell you that with Devontae Adams now part of the New York Jets
yep.
and Alan Lazard and a really upset quarterback. Let me tell you
Garrett
something.
Wilson is there.
The Garrett Williams.
Wilson.
Garrett
And Mike Williams.
Yeah, there's 14 Mike Williams, but Garrett Wilson is a great receiver from Ohio State. But I really think you're going to see Rodgers and the Jets roll this week.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe.
Fly. You might say
do.
the Jets are going to fly.
I'm picking the Jets.
Okay.
Jets, Jets. All right. Kansas City at San Francisco. Can the 49ers lose again? Can Kansas City win again?
I'm going to go San Fran. I'm staying with the home field.
You're going with
I'm going to go I'll go with 49ers as well.
I'm trying to oppose Merrill as much as possible.
They got to lose somewhere, Kansas City. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, the San Francisco is a hurting team without Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
they're
they
not
are.
the same. And I
they
think
don't have that.
Didn't they have
running
a
game.
kid run 90 yards for a touchdown the other day?
I know.
Or he slid down before the goal line?
Kansas City will win.
Okay.
And how about the Monday night game? This is a great game. Baltimore at Tampa Bay.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, Tampa. I got to go Baltimore. Tampa
gotta
Bay
go Baltimore.
scoring all those points.
Okay.
I'm going to go Baltimore also, although I'll say this, and this sounds crazy, Baker Mayfield is playing the best quarterback of any
You're
in
right.
the
He
NFL.
is playing great, yeah.
Anyone in the NFL.
I am
he
going
is.
Tampa Bay too. We're out of time. Gary, we thank you. You're a great guest.
I went
a great
Baltimore
friend.
there, pal.
Oh, you went Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going Tampa Bay. Chris Ermer is our technical director. Bill Murndell produced the show tonight by eating his pizza. And that will do it. We are out of time. Thank you so
Gary.
much
Thanks.
for
Good to
joining
see you.
us.
All right.
Next Monday night will be at Chickies and Pete's in Drexel Hill.
With
and
whom? Who's our guest?
Our guest is going to be Zach Bourne.
Eagles linebacker.
Eagles
man.
linebacker. From one linebacker to the
To the
next.
next.
So
Zach.
thank you for joining us. For Gary, for Dave, this is Merrill. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
You're listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.